span in the brain. And why is this important? Let's go to the next slide. Because Mark was here explaining very eloquently what is being shown on these rather interesting, I mean, it's almost like a piece of art that is being drawn by some demented artist, right? But we call these kinds of different colors. If you look carefully, each color is actually a rectangle, and that rectangle represents a single gene. So there are over, like I said, about 1,093 genes on each panel. What is important is not to look at a single gene, but to look at the overall pattern. When you look at a painting, you don't focus on a single piece of the painting. You step back and look at the overall, the whole painting, because that's how you appreciate what the artist is trying to say. Similarly, when you produce gene maps or heat maps representing expression of over 1,000 genes, you want to see a pattern. And the important take-home message from these three panels is the fact that when you treat old tissue with Y-span, you produce a pattern that is very close to what an old tissue that has undergone a particular clinically validated anti-aging intervention. All right? So in science, we have a way of keeping old tissue young and youthful. And that intervention now we can copy or we can reproduce with Y-span. That is what's giving us the confidence that this Y-span is a youth-preserving type of supplement. And that's not all. Rather than just staying and say, fine, we have all the genetic information to prove that Y-span works in the body, we take it to an extra level of substantiation because we want to know, you want to know, whether the product is safe and whether the product is effective. And that is why Nu Skin is perhaps one of the very few companies that can conduct human clinical studies, because that's the final proof of the pudding. That's the final step that we should take to say that product is good for humans. So we have conducted at least 4 human clinical studies with Y-span, and each and every one of those human studies has produced an incredible outcome that is meaningful. In the brain, for example, our Y-span studies show that large areas of the brain are being stimulated and kept activated or active when you take Y-span after 12 weeks. We can do this because now we have a new technology that's called a functional MRI. It's a scanner that you don't have to crack open the skull to look at the brain. You look at it non-invasively, and you can show that indeed Y-span promotes and preserves healthy brain activity. However, this is something that we know is meaningful, but we also know if you're stupid, we can't make you clever. That will be another study. We'll see whether we can achieve that. However, be that as it may. So, Mark is showing you the skin study. There's another piece of tissue in the body. And we can show, in the presence of Y-span, as Mark has indicated to you, it protects the skin. It actually has skin protection benefits. And finally, as many of you have been scanned, we have this biophotonic scanner to show you the antioxidant protection level in your body. And once again, Y-span shows that when you take Y-span, your antioxidant protection goes up dramatically. In fact, it is so good after 12 weeks that this particular product, we are actually impressed with its ability to promote antioxidant protection. So taking all these data and this science I mean, scientists, we don't have anything else better to do but to look at data, right? We are pretty boring people. When you talk to a scientist, you probably fall asleep like within 2 minutes.